Ever wondered how the stock market works? Picture it as a bustling marketplace, not for vegetables or vintage clothing, but for shares of public companies. This marketplace is a constellation of exchanges, where transactions of stocks and bonds occur. It's a place where companies gain access to capital they need to operate and expand their businesses without having to take on debt. Picture this. A company decides to sell ownership stakes, known as shares of stock, in the market. Investors, seeing potential in the company's growth, buy these shares. As the company grows and expands with the investors' money, the value of these shares increases over time, yielding capital gains for the investors. Some companies also pay dividends to their shareholders as their profits grow. Now, you might be wondering, what's the difference between a stock market and a stock exchange? Well, a stock exchange is part of the larger whole that is the stock market. The stock market comprises many stock exchanges, just like the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange in India. When we talk about the performance of the stock market, we're referring to the thousands of public companies listed on multiple stock exchanges. In a broader sense, the stock market includes a vast universe of bonds, mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, and other securities, not just stocks. We often use stock market indexes to track the performance of a group of stocks that represents a particular industry or segment of the market. In India, we have the Sensex and the Nifty 50, which represent the performance of the Indian economy at large by tracking the total value of several significant companies' stocks. But the stock market isn't the only game in town. There are other types of markets too, each with its own unique set of financial assets. You have over-the-counter markets, commodities markets, derivatives, foreign exchange markets, and even cryptocurrency markets. So to recap, the stock market is a place where companies raise money and investors grow wealth. It's not the same as a stock exchange, which is just one part of the larger stock market. The performance of the stock market is often represented by indexes like the Sensex and the Nifty 50. And finally, there are other types of markets for different financial assets. Understanding the stock market is like unlocking a new level in the game of wealth accumulation. It's a fascinating world filled with opportunities, risks, and rewards, and that's the beauty of the stock market. It's a place where every investor, whether a novice or a seasoned pro, can find opportunities for growth.